welcome back, everybody. Quan Credible here, and today I'll be giving you the review for Black Clover episode 161. Now, this episode, it was really good, like just because the animation was amazing. The like voice acting for Yuno's voice actor especially was really good. I was really feeling Xenon's voice actor, but it's funny because like as much as I was looking forward to this episode, I was also dreading it in a sense, just because like the Golden Dawn is my favorite squad, if you didn't already know. So watching like the bulk of them get massacred, as well as some of them being dead, like just them taking this huge L was tough. But despite that, the episode though, I feel like it was adapted really well. Like it was they basically adapted three chapters from the manga, like they did all three in this one episode. And honestly, that's probably the best way to do it, just because each chapter was a fight. Like you had the beginning fight with the rock guy Gatoroyce, the middle fight with the mist dude, I forget his name, Foil, I think. I don't even remember what his name was. I want to say it was Foil, and then Xenon at the end, obviously. So that's probably how I break up the review. So for the first part, the very first fight with the stone guy Gatoroyce, I enjoyed this fight. I really feel like this fight though, animation wise, was the weakest. There were some moments that looked a little odd, but overall I really did enjoy this fight more, just because I like Gatoroyce's attitude. Like I like him as a character more than the creepy mist dude. One thing that I did enjoy about the episode, or think that was interesting, was in the exchanges between Gatoroyce and they gave like this little windshield, like that you could block Gatoroyce's attacks with. This little unnamed windshield. I just thought that was so interesting that's like how they decided to kind of elongate the fight, or have them go through exchanges, is they gave this windshield to block his attacks, which I thought was pretty neat. Then the whole final exchange between sword, the spirit of Zephyr, like slashing through Gatoroyce, it was, I liked the moment more in the manga, I can say, just because I don't know what it was about follow through. Like, did anybody else feel like the follow through was weird, or was it just me? But like after that stuff, like that was my only negative parts about the episode. The rest of it I actually liked a lot. I kind of like how I felt like they expanded a little bit more with the Mist guy foil. Like I feel like there was more to it than there was in the manga. It could have just been me. And I feel like his voice actor did a really good job, really nailing how creepy he really is. One thing I did want to talk about is the stuff with Latoli, when she was remembering Captain Vondra's flashback, telling them that they still have the power of the elves, or some of the power of the elves inside of them, so they should like make it their own. And that the Golden Dawn members in this 6-month time skip, granted they might not have been in the Heart Kingdom yet, because like none of the Golden Dawns went to the Heart Kingdom, but the fact that they were still able to have something to do or to train towards, such as mastering their elven powers, is pretty cool. It does kind of suck though that from what we've seen, it doesn't look like anyone's anywhere near their elven level, and that was something that I was kind of hoping to see more of in the episode, was kind of see like how much stronger they were. But it doesn't really appear like anybody was that much stronger outside of like and Klaus. Everyone else kind of seemed like the same level. Granted, they didn't really show off anybody else, and that was the second thing I was kind of hoping for, is I was hoping we kind of get to see more of the other Golden Dawn members do a little something, but we didn't. So I mean, it is what it is on that one. But like basically barging in and disrupting Foil's mist attack, just to give Latoli a moment to just dispel his mist, or not dispel his mist, but to dispel his like armor, to give Klaus the opening for the attack. I really liked how that sequence played out. Like I feel like they did it like really well. It was just funny though, because his face, like his eyes were all like bug-eyed when he was about to get like attacked by Klaus's drill arm. So that part was kind of funny to me when I was watching it. Also, Klaus is such a nerd. Like I was expecting like a really epic line, but like he's like, "Oh, you want to know why I can still move? It's because I train regularly." And I'm just like, Klaus, that was like so lame. Like like leave it to Klaus to have a moment and have a lame quotable. But then that brings us into like the main second half of the episode, and the biggest part of the episode, and that would be the stuff with Xenon. So like after like they have like a small moment where like Klaus and are going back about you don't have to call me senpai anymore, and like, oh, you don't have to call me vice captain. They're just being weird about it. And this is when like Xenon like breaks down through the ceiling with like William trapped in his bones. And like, granted, they use CGI, and I know like the general fandom of anime in general has very mixed feelings about CGI. But me personally, now granted, I've only seen screenshots of the CGI Berserk anime, but that's kind of the only type of CGI that I was ever like really apprehensive about. There's not really too much bad CGI, especially like in like today's date. As far as like very recently, I feel like it's not as bad. I feel like it gets a really bad rep, and I feel like it was used very well in this scene right here. I just really liked how it looked. It looked so clean. And then when Xenon's going over, kind of like Dan Gatoroy's and Foil were beaten or whatever, it's just crazy. 'Cause, like slice Gatoroy's in half. I might be thinking too much into it, but this dude looks straight up like bisected. Like he looks like he's cut in half. So like got a massive double on that guy. But like Xenon wastes no time and delivers his attack. I kind of like the little extra part of Latoli put like her compasses on Klaus's steel walls. I don't know if that was a manga part as well. I really can't remember, but I feel like I would have remembered that. Like the fact that they tried to do a little impromptu compound spell was pretty interesting. But no, they still got absolutely clapped by the Bones. They didn't do anything to it at all, which again, it was like this moment right here looks so gruesome. Like it was gruesome in the manga, and it looks equally gruesome in the anime. So they did a really good job on that one. And then throughout this whole time, like Yuno's just his reactions, his faces, like through this entire moment of the Golden Dawn just getting taken like one by. It's like because at this point he's the only one left. Like Vengeance is down. All like the other two he thought was with him are down. Like this, like just his Yuno's character's journey through this moment has just been like. It was done so well, but it's really horrible to watch at the same time, and that's what made it like really good. But yeah, then we get this like moment leading up to like Yuno and Xenon's clash where we get like this really nice shot of Xenon's grimoire. Like I feel like it looked really dope in this exact moment, and they like clash or whatever. And this is when Xenon gives the opportunity just to see a little bit more of his devil's power. He goes his 55% form and just like completely shatters the spirit of Zephyr Sword and just defeats like with no issues at all. And I really like how this was done because I remember when it came out, people were saying that like, oh, Xenon had to power up to beat Yuno, and it's very clear in the anime, at least how it was shown. Xenon just did this just to add insult to an injury. He did this this was a flex. This was like a hard flex, and it was really dope. But yes, at the ending of the episode, or at the very end, we do have Ralph arriving at the Golden Dawn base. Of course, after everything is done. Not saying that Ralph should have gotten there in time to fight, because he wouldn't have been any help at all. It'd have been like throwing a snowball at a freaking house fire. Ralph would have done nothing. He would have added nothing to the situation. But he does arrive at the end to kind of see like the overall like destruction and devastation that's just like taken over the like base and all that. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like I really don't like Belle's voice all like that. Like I like Belle as a character just because she's funny. Like she's just always like thirsting over super hard, and I find that funny. But how her voice sounds is annoying. But I really did like how because we like before this moment we've never really heard her sad. So like hearing her voice actor be sad and like be really like upset over Yuno's like apparent dying, it was a really solid moment. The like piano was coming in, like the like OST was like it really nailed the moment here. So I really did like this episode a lot. And then we have Vengeance to spell activate, and then it just revives everybody who was on the verge of death. Unfortunately, it was not able to save the people that were dead. So the characters like Haman and Sheeran are actually just dead. Like they're obviously they're like side characters. They're not even like main side characters. They're like side characters, but they are dead. Like I feel like Haman has been around for a while. Like Haman was in a lot of stuff. Like he was in the zombie invasion. He was in the Royal Knights exam. Like Haman has been around. So like we lost a solid side character in this one. I know a lot of people were curious about Alec Dora, because he was one of the characters in the manga that they didn't show with that to be dead or alive. He just wasn't shown at all. So like I personally was always really confused because I granted people will say oh he's alive or like oh he's dead, but it's like I kind of like that visual confirmation. So to see like David is still alive, you know, Alec Dora is still alive. I don't know why they keep saving this really big four-headed redhead girl. I wish what is her name? Who is she? Because they keep showing her all the time in these little Golden Dawn centered episodes or Golden Dawn moments, and it's like nobody knows who she is, or at least I don't know who she is. If somebody knows her name, please tell me. But then we get the finale of Yuno's like huge scream off into the like sunset or whatever. It was a really good moment. I feel like it was done really really well, as I've said numerous times about this video. So if I was gonna rate the episode, it's probably like a 8. Honestly, it was just a really good like a episode if I'm giving like my unbiased opinion. But if I'm giving my biased opinion, I'd probably give it like a 9, just because I liked it a lot. One thing I am curious about though is the preview images, because like I kind of know where it's going next, but I'm not for sure like how many chapters they're going to adapt in next episode, just because like from the preview images I can't really tell what they're doing. So I'm very interested to see how this will go for next week. Definitely let me know how you guys feel about the episode down below. Let me know what you guys' problems were. Like I'm really curious to know, did anyone think that scene with like Yuno slicing through Gatoroids was weird? Because something about it, I swear, was weird. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about that, about the episode in general. If you guys enjoyed it, disliked it, or what you did dislike about it. Honestly, I think they did a really amazing job. I mean, we all know the Black Clover anime has had a lot of drops in the past, so I feel like this was a really good episode for them. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. So make sure you guys like the video as well as subscribe to the channel for more Black Clover Center content and all that good stuff. Make sure you guys enjoy the rest of you guys' day, and I will see you all in my next video.